Good morning, everyone. Grade plus one, subject IP, and today's topic is Python fundamentals under the topic variables and assignments. Let's start. Variable means named label whose values can be used and processed during program run are called variable. It is a named memory location where we can assign any value. For example, in this you can see marks is equal to 70. So marks is the variable where we are assigning the value 70. How we can create a variable? So this is the way of variable creation. Python variables are created by assigning value of desired type to them. Before value insertion, variable is not valid variable, or we cannot say about the types of variable. So as soon as the values are going to assign of desired type, then we can say this variable belongs to this data type. For example, to create a numeric variable, assign a numeric value to variable name. For example, here we can see marks is equal to 70. To create a string variable, assign a string value to variable name. For example, student is equal to Jacob. Here we can see a student is equal to Jacob means a student is a string variable. Why? Because the value of that variable is a string value. Next, age equal to 16. So age is also a variable, but it is integer type variable. Why? Because inside age we are assigning the value 16. So here we can see what is a variable. It is a named memory location, the location name, and inside we are assigning the value Jacob and 16. So this is the way of variable creation. Next topic is L values and R values. L stands for left values and R stands for right values. L values are the objects to which you can assign a value or expression. L values can come on LHS means left hand side of an assignment. Then R values, expression that can come on the right side means right hand side of an assignment is known as R value. Example, A is equal to 20, B is equal to 10. So here we can see the value of left side of equal sign is L value and the right side is R value. We cannot write 20 is equal to A, 10 is equal to B. But A is equal to 20, B is equal to 10 is right. Next one is multiple assignment of value. Multiple assignment mean to say that in Python assigning a value to a variable means variables labels is referring to that value. So when we are writing A is equal to B is equal to C is equal to 10 means for every variable A, B, C the value is same 10. This is known as assigning same value to multiple variables. Next one is assigning multiple values to multiple variables. For that we can write like this: x comma y comma z is equal to 10 comma 20 comma 30 means the value of x is 10, the value of y is 20 and the value of z is 30. This is assigning multiple values to multiple variables. Next one, variable definition. These all things are related to that assignment only. Next we can see variable definition. Here a variable is defined only when you assign some value to it, as I discussed earlier. Using an undefined variable in an expression or a statement causes an error called name error. Due to variable, the error is coming, that error name is name error. For example, here you can see print x is equal to 20 and then again print x. So first time as soon as the program will execute for output, then you can see print x, then what is the value of x? It is undefined. So in that case, in very first line error will come and the error is name error. Why? Because what is the value of x till that time it is not defined. But in second line it is written x is equal to 20. So as we know that Python is an interpreted program, means for conversion of code from source code to object code, an interpreter is required. The characteristic of interpreter line by line conversion. Line by line conversion means if first line error rectification will not be there, then it will not go in second line. So here in very first line there is an error that what the value of x is not defined. So interpreter will wait there for error rectification. After rectification only error interpreter will go in next line. So due to this we can see the error, and error name is name error. Next one we can see dynamic typing. Dynamic typing means to say that a variable pointing to a value of an certain type can be made to point to a value object of different type. This is called only dynamic typing. Mean to say that with the help of example it will be clear. X is equal to 10, and very next time we can write that x is equal to hello world. So in first line you can see x is equal to 10 means x is a integer type variable, but in next line if I am writing x is equal to hello world, mean to say that here x is one string type variable. So this characteristic is known as dynamic typing. Okay, because Python is not so strict about data type or typing. What is the latest value? That is the value, that is the data type, that is the type of variable in Python. So in first line it is first time it is written integer value, so that x is integer variable. Next time it is written string value, so now x is one string variable. So same output also we can say for x is equal to 10 print x, then print means it will give you output, so output is there 10. Next time hello world and print x, so hello world is your output. So what caution is needed to do with dynamic typing? Just see x is equal to 10, y is equal to 0, again y is equal to x divided by 2, till here it is right. X is equal to day, it is also right. Y is equal to x divided by 2. So this is an error. We cannot do a string and integer operations. We cannot do such type of operation. So here what you want to do, y divided by y is equal to x divided by 2 means what is the value of x? Day divided by 2. It is meaningless. We cannot divide any string value by any numeric value, any integer value. So this is meaningless, and due to that error will come. So upper lines are okay. The value of x is equal to 10, the value of y is equal to 0, y is equal to x divided by 2 means now the value of y is equal to 5, x is equal to day means now the value of x is equal to day, and next line, the last line, y is equal to x divided by 2. As we know that the value of x is latest value, that is day, and day you want to try divide by 2, so this is wrong. So this is caution with dynamic typing. So to determine the type of variable, type function is used. Here you can see type function. A is equal to 10, type A, it will return the answer integer. Why? Because A is integer type variable. Same, A is equal to 20.5, 20.5 is a float value, float means decimal value. So when you will write type A, it will return you float. A is equal to hello, type A, string, str. So by the help of this type function, we can find out the data type or the type of variable in Python. Next topic is simple input and output. So this input and output both are functions of Python. In Python, to get input from users interactively, input function is used. For example, in this bracket we can see name is equal to input, what is your name, but input function always return a value of a string type. Okay, whatever value given by the user at runtime, then doesn't matter the value is integer, but it is treated as a string only. Mean to say that we cannot do any mathematical calculation with that value, whatever integer also given by the user. So for reading a number, what we are doing, just see next. These all related to input function only. Here is the next topic, reading numbers. Python offers two functions, int function and float function, to be used with input function to convert the values received through input function into integer and float types. As I discussed, that whatever value is going to be accessed or going to be accepted from user side using input function, everything, all values are treated as a string value. So what about integer? How we can use integer type value? How we can ask integer value to users? So for that, reading number topic is here. With the help of int function or with the help of float function, we can ask to user for integer or floating point values. For example, just say here, in this example, input line 13, age is equal to input. What is your age? What is your age? Then user will write 16 and age is equal to int age. Now the value of age variable, that is 16, is converted into integer, and then in line number 15 you can see age plus 1 is equal to 17 is possible. Same this side, in line number 16, input line 16, marks is equal to input enter marks, whatever value given by the user, that is 73.5, it is till now it is a string value. Now in line number 17, marks is equal to float marks. Now the value of marks, that is 73.5 string, is going to convert it into float value. And now after that we can do this line number 18, marks plus 1, that is 74.5. Next one, possible errors when reading numeric values. So what are the possible values? There are two possible values that is there under integer variable, floating point value or a string value. This is the first possible error, under integer variable, floating point value or string value. Second one, under float variable, a string or integer value. These are the two possible errors when reading numeric values. Related to that example given, here you can see also in this example, age is equal to int input, what is your age? So here you are writing 17.5, so this is wrong. Why? Because integer will take only integer value, not the floating point value. And next one, input line 24, int input, what is your age? Here written 17, string answer, so this is also wrong. So that I am saying that under integer variable, floating point value or string value, under float variable, in string or integer value. Next one is output through print statement. How we can take the output? Here it is. The print function of Python is a way to send output to a standard output device. For example, print hello, print 17.5, print 3. So whatever values are written is for printing or for output purpose we are using inside print function. Now the print, there are lots of features of print function, so that is discussing here. Features of print statement. What are the features that you can see one by one? First, it auto converts the items to a string. It auto converts the items to strings. Second one, it inserts spaces between item automatically, because the default value of sep argument is a space. Okay, here we are using default value of sep, that is a space, so automatically it will give a space. So you can see here this line, print name is Amit, my name is Amit, or print my name is Amit, comma sep is equal to dot dot dot. So both statements are same, because if sep is not written, then spaces will come, and if sep is written, then what you will give inside the sep, that value will come. Say here sep value is dot dot dot, then that 3 dots are visible as the filler of the statement words. my, after that filler, then name, after that filler, then is, after that filler, and after Amit full stop we can see. So sep is the argument of print function. Using that we can assign spaces. Why? Because the default value of sep argument is a space. Third one, it appends a new line character at the end of the line unless you give your own end argument. Consider the code given below. Print my name is Amit. Print I am 16 years old. So new line operator will come and both the output will come in two lines. Now you just see my name is Amit, then enter or new line operator. I am 16 years old. In that condition also you can see your output will be same. Python automatically added a new line character in the end of the line provided so that the next print function print from the next line. So that is by default feature. But if you want to write both line in one statement, both line in one single line, then for that we are using end equal to dollar. Then that dollar will be visible. Okay, end is equal to dollar, then that dollar will be visible, and after that second print also we can see in same line. After that you just see a comma b is equal to 20 comma 30, then print a equal to a end and print b is equal to b. It will produce the output a is equal to 20 and b is equal to 30. Okay. So here it is needed to focus that the way of arrangement of a statement. Inside print, whatever written inside double quotes is treated as a string value. As it is, it will come in the output. For example, if we are writing print under argument, under bracket, under quotes a, then it will print a only. But without under quotes, if we will write a, print a, then it will print the value of a. Okay, when it is written as a string, then same a will come. When it is written only a, means what is the value inside that a variable will come. So these are three features of print statement. And here is the end of the chapter. I given all the notes related to all the topics in precise way. Note down all the topics and prepare your notes. Apart from video, same PDF is given in Parent Salam ERP also. You can note down the PDF and update your notes. So that's all for this session. Have a good day. Thank you.